One Paul here. Today I'm going to go over a pick 4 strategy, and this strategy is geared more towards well, you can do two different ways with this strategy. You can use it to focus on the front pair, back pair numbers, and you can use the numbers for your state to, get profit off of the front pair or the back pair numbers. Or you could do the other alternative, and it helps increase your chances of winning a straight. For the goal of the strategy is to kind of improve your chances of winning a straight for a pick 4. It isn't a cheap strategy because the end goal here is you're trying to win a straight, and you're trying to get all possible combinations. So with this strategy, what you have to focus on is you have to focus on the front pair and the back pair numbers. In previous videos with pick 3, I've talked about the back pair numbers. But with this strategy, you have to do both the front pair and the back pair numbers. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do it, how to get started. Like I said, this is not a cheap strategy because you have to wheel out a lot of numbers. But if you guys want to do this strategy, it will probably increase your chances, but it's not going to be cheap. There are probably other strategies out there that you can do, but I thought that this one might be worth mentioning. I'm going to be collecting more data on it and seeing how much it really would cost and how effective it is. And I'll give you an update video on it later. But right now I'm just going to give you guys the fundamentals of what you have to do to increase your chances of winning pick 4 by using both the back pair and the front pair numbers. Okay, so the strategy is really simple. So before I begin, we're going to look at a post I made on my community tab right here. It was a couple days ago. And if you guys look on my community tab, I am going to be posting numbers that I think are going to hit. So these are going to be both for pick 3, pick 4, whenever I can, because I'm not going to be, making videos about it. I'll be posting it in my community tab for numbers. They're not. You can play them if you want, but if you follow my videos, they're basically, I made one for Florida a couple days ago, and I focused on the back pair numbers. And if you look right here, I gave you a whole bunch of numbers. These were the back pair numbers of Florida that have not hit in the last 30 days. So if you focused on these numbers, now you could, if the back pair, front pair is available in your state, you could profit just by playing the back pair numbers. But you can also win straights with pick 3 just by finding what the third number is for the front. But anyway, so I predicted these numbers right here. I gave you a list of numbers for pick 3, and I'm going a little off topic right now, but I gave you a list of numbers, and if we check Florida for yesterday, which one? That was evening. That was Florida evening. Florida evening was 527. So what were the back pair numbers? 27 is right there. You see it in there. So if you wheeled it with the 5, you would have won a straight. And let me check. I don't know how many days. When did I put this post here? 1 day ago. So the other number might not hit, but let's see. Let's just double check the other number. The other number was 78. I don't think that one hit, but because it was because that one was off the data. So that was off the data on the previous day. So this came a day later. A day later it hit. So this does work. This formula does work. So I'm going to give you guys the formula to doing pick 4 and winning, or increasing your chances of winning a straight. So what you need to do is you need to go to your state, or whichever state you want to play, and you basically have to do the same thing. First, you want to focus on the back pair, and you want to get the data for the last 30 days, at least the last 30 days. And you want to write a Excel. What you want to do is you want to write down your back end numbers, all the possible combinations for back end numbers. So that's 00 through 99. So you just write that down. And then what you do is you collect your data for the last 30 days. You're going to have to get all the numbers for the back end. Now for pick 4, you're going to have to do both back end and front. Well, for pick 3, you can do either one of them. You could do back pair or front pair, but it's one or the other. But pick 4, you got to do both sides if you want to try to win a straight. So what you basically got to do, get all the numbers and get your data, and once you have the data for the last 30 days, you erase those back end numbers from the all possible combinations. And you're going to do this for both the back end and the front end. So with pick 4, you're going to have to get the data for both, and then what you have to do is you have to see, you have all these numbers right here at the top. So you would have basically, it's up to you which way you want to do it. But the more numbers you use, the more chances you have of hitting. If you choose to do less numbers, you won't win as much. You might have to wait a while for the hit, but you won't have to spend as much. So it's up to you whichever way you want to do it. But what you basically have to do is you have to get both. Now, if you do the back pair numbers, you can basically, if the back pair is back pair or front pair, if it's available in your state to do just the front pair or back pair, I would focus on just making money off of the front pair or back pair. You can do it both ways, but if you want to win the straights, you basically got to get the all possible combinations with the data for both the back pair and the front pair, and then you have to take all those numbers and you have to wheel them out together to get your results. So as you can see, they do hit. So if you do check Florida today, when now I'm on pick 3, you basically, and probably the number that comes out today is going to hit too. You'll hit pretty frequently when you focus on the back pair and the front pair. But what I would personally do is I personally would focus on pick 3 first, kind of grow it up, grow the income doing it that way, and once you have a little bit more, I would move to pick 4. But this is how you win. This is how you win a straight for pick 4, and it does narrow down your odds. You will get those hits. It just it depends on if you get both of them together. So both of them have to line up in order to get the hit. In order to do that, you have to focus on both the back pair and the front pair and wheel them out together. That is going to be a lot of combinations. So what you could do to make it a little bit cheaper is one or the other. You focus on one or two of the numbers, and then you wheel out the other numbers, like the front pair with. If you just wanted to do all possible combinations with, maybe you wanted to focus on 00 or 01, and then you would focus on the front pair of pick 4. But you would have to wait longer to get the hit. So this does take quite a bit more money to get to this goal. It's not for everybody. It's definitely people with a bigger budget. But this is how you would win a straight, doing it when you're narrowing it down. So anyway, that is how you can basically win a straight with pick 4. It does take a lot of capital to get to that to get to that goal. But if you don't like this strategy, that you can definitely do the power of 9 method with pick 4, which I talked about yesterday, which is a strategy that works very well. I would actually do that strategy before this strategy. But if you want to do the power of 9 method, I would basically get all the numbers that add up to 9, and then I would rearrange the numbers. If you want to get a straight, do the power of 9 method that I talked about yesterday. Do the power of 9, and once you get your numbers, just rearrange the numbers as a straight. That's another way of actually getting hits. But these are the 2 ways that I see that you can actually increase your chances of winning, and increase your chances of winning a straight with pick 4. Anyway, so tomorrow is probably going to be one of my last lottery videos. I'm going to go over a strategy for doing pick 5, which is pretty effective. So stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, if you want me to make more videos like this, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in future videos. So, one more thing I want to add real quick with this strategy is what I would do is I would get the back pair of numbers and the front pair of numbers, and I would wheel them all out on a spreadsheet. And what I would do is, to narrow it down even more, I would use the power of 9 method, and then I would go through this list, because all these numbers have a potential of hitting a straight. I would use the power of 9 method and look through all the numbers and find out, what you'll be looking for is 3 of the numbers that add up to 9. And this is what I talked about in yesterday's video. Find the numbers that add up to 9, and the ones that don't, I would erase those numbers from the list. And then you're dealing with numbers that potentially could hit with the front pair and the back pair, and then you're dealing with the power of 9, which is a number that comes out pretty frequently. So this will decrease your numbers as well. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting this data and seeing how much it costs overall. But anyway, if you want to narrow it down even more, I would use the power of 9 method once you have your list of numbers and you've wheeled out. This does take probably a couple days to get all these combinations, but once you do, you'll probably get you can get a lot of hits. But anyway, stay tuned tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about the pick 5, and it'll probably be my last lottery video for a while on this channel. But my community tab, I will be posting. I'll be posting frequent numbers with the back pair of numbers for pick 3, pick 4, with these strategies that I've talked about this week. So anyway, check that. And if you guys want me to check out your state with pick 3, pick 4, pick 5, just leave a comment and make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in future videos.